Alright, so here we go with the front coilovers. These are the Radflow's extended travel versions. I did check in with Radflow, gave them the spring number. They did tell me that this should set at 3 inches ride height with the rings in this place. We won't know obviously until we get them on, but once we get them on, we'll measure from the top of the tire to the fender lip. We've already measured what the measurement from the zone lift. It's about 7.5, I think, and we'll probably shoot for the same, maybe closer to 8. With this on, of course, that's obviously going to be affected by the rear bumper, or sorry, the front bumper. And the weight of it will set lower than what it would be without it. But as long as we can get comparable to the zone lift, which is supposed to be 3 inches over Sasquatch, I think we should be pretty good. As you can see here, we do have the adjustability. It goes softer or harder on the suspension compression. You know, got your little bump stop built in here. And of course, this is the box that came in, and here's the other side. So we'll be getting these on here very soon. So I want to showcase these to you guys. These are the rear. So they do come a little farther up. I did measure down. It went down, I think, a full inch. Just to try to get, you know, that full left. There's not much thread left there to go to. We can always lower it back down. Now keep in mind, these are adjustable. So you can adjust them, firmness. And these are the rear. So you can see the bump stops back here. It came with the clamps, some mounting, universal mounting for the reservoir, as long as with self-tapping screws. So we'll see how that goes. But one thing to be mind is this is a 2-spring setup. So you'll see here these say 505. And these down here say 350. So that causes some concern for me. Because, I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going to do a lot of high desert speed racing. Mostly going to do rock crawling, you know, going through Uray, maybe Moab, and, you know, some of the foresty areas here in the East Coast and in the Midwest. So I don't really feel like the 350 would be good for me because the added weight I have in the back of mine, it's going to produce a squat. Mine has a slight squat now with the zone lift. So I wouldn't expect any different from these. And I've talked to a few other customers that had these, and they experienced the same thing. So what I did, I reached out to one of the shops that specializes in suspensions, and we came to kind of an agreement. We bought new springs. They're 500. I'm sorry, 500S, I think, or 550S, I believe. But I bought them straight from Ebach, who, you know, makes all the springs for the front and the backs of these. And they just got delivered to the shop that I'm having do this, is Attitude Performance. So whenever we go take this in to get it installed, they're going to take this apart and they're going to replace this spring with this higher rate spring. So that should be enough to keep from sagging and, you know, to provide support, but not too firm. So anyway, I wanted to show this to you guys. You know, these are adjustable. You have a locking thing here, and you have this thing here to where adjust it, but you have a locking plate here to keep from going off. Nothing. All right, so now we're going to go over the UCAs. So this came as a kit with the Radflow front and rear suspension, and this UCAs are, you know, aftermarket UCAs are required with extended travel front struts or front coilovers from the Radflow. So they had their Stage 4 kit at Metal Tech 4x4, who we bought these from, and that includes a Total Chaos fabrication upper control arms. That sits over here, but just want to show these to you guys real quick. They're tubular. They look like they're pretty stout. Of course, it comes with instructions, kind of a parts list, the bushings, all the hardware, bolts, everything. So pretty well put out kit. So anyway, just want to kind of show this to you guys real quick, you know, and so you all can see it before it goes on. So it looks like a pretty stout piece. So